Good morning, everyone. Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. It's day 19 of my 30-day garden transformation. And today I woke up especially early because I had some fun plans with friends and wanted to get my garden goals done before it got too late. The sunrise was particularly beautiful this morning, almost like my garden was thanking me for taking the time to give it some attention before I got on with my day. Let's get started this morning, as always, with my daily routine. Sadie was off today and sleeping in, so I watered my plant stash, then moved on to deadheading in my long border. My friend Deb and I went and visited Curious Flora Nursery, which was actually where I purchased this incredible weeping buddleia a year or two ago. They have an amazing display garden, and the head gardener was there, whose name is actually Rose, if you can believe it. I love that. So I had a chance to pick Rose's brain on the pruning and care for this incredible plant. They had just pruned it for summer by cutting it back to about waist high, so it will push another flush of blooms. So of course I came home and had to do the exact same thing. It's one of the reasons I love going to garden centers that have display gardens for inspiration as well as education on exactly how to care for unique plants like this one. While I was working over here, I found a massive almond seedling that was hiding in the buddleia, and I pulled that for my one weed today. Then I decided to plant a branching sunflower called Aura Gold that I purchased from Curious Flora yesterday. I thought it would be beautiful tucked right into the spot in front of the buddleia, and hopefully the buddleia will rebloom right around the same time as the sunflower. Fingers crossed. Next, for my daily routine, I fertilize my annuals in this area, including pink cashmere superbena, the vibrant virtuoso dahlias that are just looking so gorgeous, and of course Super Tunia Vista bubblegum. For extra credit today, I refilled my bird feeders to take care of the birds in the garden, then threw the ball for Monty for a while, who was just begging to play this whole time. So the plants are taken care of, the birds are taken care of, and even Sir Monty Don is taken care of, all with my daily routine. All right, everyone, so let's move on to my focus garden task for today. And what I am working on today is I'm working on this area. So this area is what I guess I would consider my driveway. It's actually where I usually park my car. Usually my car is right here. And it's kind of one of those like forgotten areas in my garden. Do you even call this my garden? I don't know. It's a forgotten area on my property that is just this one big blank wall on the side of my house. And this is a south-facing wall, and it's white stucco, and we have concrete and asphalt right here. So you can imagine how incredibly hot this area gets. When I get into my car, I have a little thermometer on my car, temperature on my car, and you know, when you turn it on, it tests how hot it is right there, and sometimes it gets up to like 115 or something like that. It's absolutely nuts how hot it gets here. So I had to really think of what I was going to plant in these stock tanks. These two stock tanks were the two stock tanks that were on either side of my office door. Loved them there. Then I got the opportunity to have those beautiful round Haddon stone planters. Love those even more, right? But I wanted to keep these two stock tanks because I like the look of stock tanks in your garden. I think it's so romantic, country romance, you know what I mean? I just think it's so pretty. So I decided to put them right here, and then I really had to think about which plants would be able to survive in this heat. South facing, white wall, asphalt, metal containers. I mean, I am torturing whatever plants I'm going to plant in here. And so that's why I decided to go with bougainvillea. So now bougainvillea or bougainvillea, both are good, both are acceptable, both pronunciations. I actually had this at my last house on a south-facing white stucco wall right by our pool, and it was so beautiful. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. The only problem with that one is because it was right by our pool and my kids were younger then, I had to make sure it was really well pruned back, and so sometimes I didn't get as many blooms as I wanted because I had to prune it so much. So over here, I'm going to be able to let it go a little bit crazier, I think, because I'm not going to be as worried about pruning it as much. Now, again, like I said, I park here. I have been thinking about maybe parking in the carport because it's a carport, right? That's what you do there. I always get nervous because these posts are so close together. I get nervous parking my car in there that I would bump it or something like that. But I'd really like to have a covered parking area. Jason has stolen the garage. So anyway, problems, right? If I don't park here anymore, I could really let them go nuts, really let them go crazy. But I think parking there, there's enough room that they can go crazy enough that they'll keep blooming. This variety of bougainvillea is called Barbara Karst, and it is one, I think the most common one, and two, I think the most beautiful one. It's this, they call it red burgundy. To me, it looks like a fuchsia pink. It is so beautiful. And again, with bougainvillea, the color that you see, those are the bracts. Those are like kind of like leaves, colorful leaves. The flowers are these little tiny things right here. So these are the blooms. These are the bracts. I absolutely love it. This plant, the more you torture it, come on, focus. There we go. The more you torture it, the more it'll bloom. It's really, really funny. It's really interesting. Jason bought me a bougainvillea standard, and I had it in a pot, and I was watering it a lot and fertilizing it, and it just never bloomed. It was really sad. I'm so sad that one didn't thrive, but I've learned so much more that you really have to torture your bougainvillea. You do not want to take care of this bougainvillea. So when I thought about over in this spot, and I thought, okay, what I'm going to be torturing whatever plant I get, I think it's just absolutely the perfect plant to plant there. So this is going to get massive. It can get up to 20 to 30 feet tall, right, if you let it, but it's really easy to prune back. I will be getting, I think, hog panels. I think I want to do hog panels behind them and just hang the hog panels on the wall, because if you want your bougainvillea to climb, you have to lash it to something. You have to tie it to something. It won't automatically grab on. So at my last house, I had, the diamond wire that I like to do, and it was lashed to that. And it's definitely thorny. The thorns are crazy intense. You see that? If you get poked by one of these thorns, oh my goodness, it hurts. And it hurts for like a while. It is not a fun plant, but it's so pretty. It's kind of worth it. In my mind, it's worth it. And this is so funny because I had so much, I don't want to say trouble, but it was such a pain in the butt to take care of the bougainvillea at my last house, that I told myself I wasn't going to plant it here in this house. But one, I miss it. I miss having it in my life. And two, I think this is going to be a better situation for it. I don't think it's the type of plant that you should plant near a living area because it is so thorny and you have to prune it back. And this is one of those plants that you kind of just want to let grow, basically. So I think this is a really good place for it, a good spot for it. And we'll see if it can handle the torture I'm about to put on it. Then underneath that, when I was at the garden center, I saw some sun-credible sunflowers, and I love these because they're branching, they're beautiful, they're gorgeous. Now, last year, I had a little bit of trouble with these sun-credible sunflowers. They didn't bloom as much as I thought they would, and I don't know if I was giving them too much water, or maybe it was just a bad year for them or something like that. So I'm going to try them again this year and see how they do, and I think they'll be really good. I'm going to do 2 on either side of each bougainvillea over here. And then Jason is he's coming out in a little bit, and he's going to hook these guys up to drip. Now, these benches that you see on either side, the girls and Jason and I, we went to the Alameda Flea Market, which is like a really, really big antique vintage market. It's so much fun. And I got these there, and they were $50 for the pair, which I thought was a great price. And I absolutely love them. And I had planned to put them in the backyard, and I might move them in the backyard, but at least for now, I kind of like them here because when I have groceries or something like that, or something I want to take out of my car, I can kind of set it on these benches. So, and I kind of like how they look. I think they look kind of cute. So for now, I think I'm going to leave the benches here. Plant up the bougainvillea, eventually get the hog panels, not eventually, pretty quickly I'm going to get the hog panels. And then again, Jason will hook it up to drip and just later on today. So I wanted to address the soil that I have in here. As you can see, there's old soil in these containers, and I am not going to take this soil out. This soil is, over a year old. It had purple fountain grass and salvia in here. It has some roots in here. And I'm not going to worry about it too much because bougainvillea likes poor soil. It doesn't like a lot of nutrients. It doesn't like a lot of compost. You really have to torture these. Think about it. These guys are basically weeds that grow where they grow native, like in South America and, you know, the Bahamas, the islands and stuff like that. Jason and I went on a trip to Grenada, the island of Grenada one time. And oh my gosh, it was beautiful. They had bougainvillea everywhere. It was so gorgeous, but it was growing like weeds, absolutely weeds. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm not going to give it fresh soil. I will top it off because obviously it needs a little bit more with some fresh potting mix, but I'm not going to add any starter fertilizer. I'm not going to add any compost. I am torturing these guys, and hopefully the Suncredible sunflowers will be able to handle that a little bit, but these guys I'm torturing because I actually think they're gonna like it better. I think this is one of those plants that you can definitely kill with kindness. Then the other thing you guys will see when I'm planting it, the way you plant bougainvillea is different because you do not want to touch the roots at all. It is such a diva of a plant when it comes to planting. Some people will actually not even take it out of the pot. They'll actually cut slits in the pot so the roots can come out, just so the root system does not get disturbed at all. It's crazy. So when you take this plant out, do not, you know, tease the roots or anything like that. You just want to pop it out and put it in the hole. Dig the hole, have it all ready to go, pop it out, put it in, and barely touch it. It's a very interesting plant. It's a different type of plant. But gosh, when it blooms, when it looks like this is just, to me, this is so stunningly beautiful. It's so California to me. Like, it just completely reminds me of California. And I just love the look. And it's so funny because I remember telling myself, I think I even said it on video, I am not planting bougainvillea in this garden. And here it is again. That's it. Don't touch it. Don't touch anything. All right, there we go. I think it looks really good. I do need to get some goog on and get this little junk off of here, but I keep saying I'm gonna give that task to Sadie. So I think maybe I should just do it myself. Anyway, so I watered them in, I cleaned everything up. I think they look great. Now I will not be surprised if the bougainvillea drop their bracts, drop their leaves, because of stress, because that often happens. In response to stress, it might drop all the pink and it might just be green leaves for a while, and that's okay. That's how stressed out bougainvillea gets when you transplant it. So I'm just gonna be patient with it. I'm excited to get those hog panels. I think those will look really pretty, and I'm not gonna let them get up to the roof, so I'm not gonna worry about, you know, rodents or anything like that climbing up. Besides, I have other places in my garden. If they wanted to get up to the roof, they could get up to the roof, but we don't have a problem because we have barn cats that like to sleep on top of the roof. So anyway, there's that. All done for my focus garden task for the day. But I completely forgot when I was saying I miss bougainvillea. I do have 2 other bougainvilleas in my garden already. They're just not the Barbara Karst bougainvillea. So let me show you them. So over here in my center island, I have this variegated orange bambino bougainvillea, and it's so beautiful. And this one's really interesting because this is as big as it'll get. You can see it's already flopped over from how many blooms are here, but this is as big as this one will get, where the Barbara Karst could get up to 20-30 feet. And so this one is kind of nice to have a small one tucked in here that I don't have to worry about. I let it grow to its full size, and I don't have to worry about this one at all. Whereas the Barbara Karst, if you don't have a really good place for it to grow, you got to think about pruning it and all that kind of stuff, which I will admit is not the funnest task, especially with all the thorns. But I do have this bougainvillea right here, but I'm really excited to get the Barbara Karst. All right, you guys, so that is it for day 19. Oh my goodness, we are so close to being done with this 30-day garden transformation. I am loving this. I am enjoying myself, getting out in the morning every single day, getting up early, enjoying the birds, enjoying being outside, and enjoying, paying attention to every part of my garden. I'm really having the best time. So anyway, happy to get some bougainvillea planted in my garden. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.